and welcome back to another week in our lives. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Ivy, and it is a very weird time in my life. So just a brief update, and sorry to throw you straight into it, but my dad has been sick and battling cancer for almost 2 years now and passed away last week. So it's just been a real weird time in my life. So I've been bringing you guys along little by little on my dad's life journey, and now we're working through a grief journey. So I don't know, I'm trying to not just be like Debbie Downer, or be overly optimistic and overly cheerful. And it's just, like I said, a weird time in my life, and I don't know how to act and I don't know how to react. And so just be patient with me. I'm trying to be patient with myself, and that's what I've encouraged you guys to do. And now I'm trying to take my own advice, and it's just weird. That's the only way to describe it. So anyhow, as you will have seen from the opening of this vlog, we spent yesterday afternoon, evening, with our friends out on Beaver Lake. They graciously offered to take us out on their boat. I did not want to go. I told them, I said, to be perfectly honest, I did not want to come today, but it was actually really nice. It was relaxing. It was a fun distraction, if you will, from stuff that's going on. Since my dad passed, I've been really busy, kept myself busy, getting our Airbnb back in order. I mean, that was like a have to, because we had guests checking in yesterday. And, so I haven't really had time to like sit and think. And I'd say yesterday was probably a harder day because we went to church and a lot of people came to church. And so of course I had to retell the story and just had to quote unquote deal with, I don't mean that in any rude way, but deal with their sympathy, and that's kind of weird and odd. Sorry, I'm repositioning so I can prop up my knees. I just thought this was a nice background with my beautiful flowers from my bestie and my daughter. Anyhow, so yesterday was a weird day, but it was nice to go out on the lake and just kind of get away and rest and enjoy the sunshine and the water and the wind in my face. And gosh, why? Okay, didn't mean to start the vlog out this way. Just thinking some thoughts and remembering when we were kids going out on the boat in the bay. Anyway. Okay. As the days goes on, it's just weird. But another weird thing happened yesterday, and I've been trying to like process it, but someone found out just like yesterday, or maybe like Saturday night, and talked to us about it, that they had just found out, and they kind of seemed upset that we didn't tell them. And for a minute we kind of felt bad, but at the same time it's like, if you were around, you would have known, and don't mean to be cold, but like, if you cared enough, like, you would already have known. And this morning my cousin shared this grief Facebook page with me a few weeks ago, before Daddy even passed. And sometimes I can't even read the things that they post, and just scroll on past quickly because again, I have to think, I have to process if I read those kind of things. But the post that they put out today was like, I don't even know, like, you don't, or you have the right to, in this time, whatever. I can't remember. I'll put it on the screen. I screenshotted it because it was very profound and apropos for today. So anyways, sorry, did not intend to start this out crying. And that's literally, I didn't vlog Saturday because I wasn't ready to talk again yet, and we were busy. Just filmed the little highlights of yesterday. Intended to pop on with the fam while we were all in our swimsuits and be like, hey, welcome to another vlog. I just wasn't feeling it. it's already noon today, and I have done 2 loads of laundry, and I just sat and slowly drank my coffee, and I came in here to do homework. Where's my laptop? There it is. Because I have like a week now to get my course done, and I will, and it'll be fine. And I don't think my brain is any clearer than it was. If you're new here, you have no idea. I'm going to school to be a teacher, and due to like helping care for my dad and mom even this summer, and taking them to appointments, and plus church camp and blah blah blah, I've fallen behind. I am not behind. I did 14 courses in a semester, so I am not behind. I did 45 credit units in a semester. I am not behind. By my own calendar, I am behind. Anyway, so I need to get that done within this week. And so I just need to make myself sit and do it. But I had to do that laundry because I finally did it all. Y'all, I did it all, and all the clean. And I took the dirty to the laundry room, except what's in the hamper. You can't even see. That's my hamper. This is just mess I still need to clean. That's just a blanket in that chair. I did finally clean the chair out. And then Scotty's hamper. And I cleaned off his thing. So I'm filming a video slowly but surely. I talked about it in last week's vlog of just slowly coming back to normal. I don't know. Just as I have the energy, cleaning up. The whole family is in autopilot right now. We come in, we drop our stuff, we don't touch it. We keep the living room cleaned up-ish. Not even great because company comes over and stuff, but the rest of the house has suffered, and so I'm trying to get that done. Okay, so anyway, those are the things I had to do this morning for my own sanity. Now I have to get homework done. But one other thing, I wanted to pop on and say hey. Did not mean to cry early on. And I got a package in the mail weeks ago. And I know what's in it. I ordered it. And I literally ordered it months ago. Back when we got our taxes done, which we barely made it in time before deadline, so early April. I started the order, and we always like take a little chunk of money and kind of spend it on ourselves and stuff during tax return time. And so I ordered this forever ago. I started my shopping cart, and then I think I finally placed the order maybe in May. And what is it? Oh, it's a Disney outlet thing. I've bought many things. That's one of them. This shirt. Oh wait, I got this at the Disney store. Never mind. Anyway, lots of things I have bought from that place. And then one day they did a live video, and I ordered a few things off the live video. And at that point I had to just place my order, which was fine. Well, then it still didn't ship for like another month. And then I got it in the midst of getting all of the camp stuff. I was ordering stuff off of Amazon, and it just came in the midst of all of that, plus everything that was going on. I just wasn't in the mood to open it. I'm still not necessarily in the mood to open it, but I'm ready to open it, if that makes sense, So I really don't remember what I ordered. I said I know what's in there, but I kind of don't, because it's been so long ago since I ordered it. So I was going to open that with y'all this morning because, that's a much more better. Is that even correct? I don't even know at this point. Don't ask me. Going to school to be a what? A teacher. Anyway, I thought that would be a fun way to start this vlog out. Okay, you cried with me, so let's have some fun and open a package, okay? So I'm gonna go grab that. It's in my closet. That's another reason I cleaned my closet out, and so now I want it out of my closet. So let's open that package together, shall we? Yes, we shall. And then I'm gonna do homework, I promise. Okay, I promise. Oh, another thing, I only have 2 weeks of vacation left, summer vacation. I have this week, excuse me, wow, and next week. And next week is our wedding anniversary. We're trying to possibly throw together a quick little getaway, not for our anniversary, but just as the family, the 4 of us, just so that the kids have something. Plus we need to go back to school shopping, and anyway, but I have 2 weeks of in-service before school starts. So, yeah, I have to go back to school in 2 weeks. So I'm trying to also have a semblance of a summer vacation, now that things have slowed down a little bit. Not really feeling it, you know what I'm saying? But also, it would be really nice to get away too. So, okay, let's open that package, okay? I'm gonna go get it. Okay, think I got you situated in a way. Sorry, my sweater. This is like my new favorite sweater. Got it at the Goodwill bins. It is like chenille or whatever that fabric is called. I have been wearing it a lot and it is so comfy. It's of course like, excuse me, it's of course like 100 degrees outside, but sitting in here it gets chilly. And when I was going to my parents' house, you know, they had it pretty cool in their house, and so I was wearing that a lot. So anyway, my new favorite sweater, it stays very near to me, so it's gonna just hang out right there. I think I moved it out of frame, but anyhow, gonna open it up. It's not a huge box, so especially for the price tag. I know one thing I got was expensive. Like, y'all, you know, I just told you I shop at the Goodwill bins, right? I shop outlets. I do not spend money on myself often, but this was my splurge item, if you will, from our tax return, and I really wanted this, and it was like 50 bucks. Yes. Okay, sorry, Aiden's doing dishes and he had a question for me about where something went. So anyhow, what was I even saying? I don't know. But I wanted it and I bought it, and that's that. So okay, just turn my packing slip over because I don't want to be reminded. I kind of want to be surprised because I literally don't remember what I ordered, because I've already seen two things as soon as I opened this box that I did not remember. So I'm stinking excited. Okay, first of all, so I really wanted to go to the 50th anniversary celebration of Disney World, and we just couldn't make it. No excuses. I don't want to blame any life situation because I would rather have been here than there, obviously. But just didn't make it. So once 50th anniversary stuff hit the outlet, I was looking for several very specific items of the merchandise that they had for sale, and then like never came to the outlet because of course it was super popular, so it all sold out. But I did want something, and so I got this just reusable bag. It was like, you know, $1 or $2 or something like that, but it's so cute. I use tote bags all the time, carrying things back and forth to school, church, all over the place. And so I just realized something. It's fine. Okay, stop looking ahead. So anyhow, I was really excited just to have this. So it's got the 50th on the back, the world's most magical celebration. Of course, we did not attend, but it's really pretty. It's got the iridescent, let's see if there's something on the side, 50th Disney World, same on the other side, nothing on the bottom. So anyway, I just wanted something of the 50th. It was a cheap way to get something of the 50th, and I'm happy about it, and I will use it gladly. Okay, so this is the expensive item. Literally just now realized, which is fine because it's got the Disneyland D. Oh, okay. Oh, I just unfolded it a little bit more. So it's more just the Disney D. No, it's Disneyland. Established 1955. Wait, does the back say? I don't think I ordered this specific one. Unless it was the only one there was. Dang it. It's fine. I'll survive. Okay. I've never been to Disneyland. It's my only reservation. Okay, it is a Mickey Mouse Christmas sweater. Like, sweater. But it's Spirit Jersey. Is it Spirit Jersey brand? Yes, Spirit Jersey brand. Dang it. I need to go back and look at my actual order and see what I even did. So, anyhow, it's so cute. I don't remember it saying Disneyland at all. But I just loved it. And y'all, I wear Christmas sweaters. Like the month of December, I wear a Christmas shirt every single day. And so my goal is to not repeat. So to have enough Christmas shirts or sweaters to wear every single day, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, basically, that's my goal. So I'm building my collection. Sorry, I was moving this out of my way. Building my collection. Dang it, I need to, let's just look at my packing slip, even though I said I didn't want to. No, Walt Disney World. They sent me the Disneyland one. Okay, I need to reach out to them. Although now it's been like forever and ever. Shucks. So it's fine. I will try and get it exchanged. So I knew I would not have bought a Disneyland one. So anyway, this was my splurge item. This was $50, but it's so soft. That was one thing I was kind of nervous about because I bought a Spirit jersey like from the same site a while back, and it's just such a stiff fabric. It's not like the previous Spirit jersey that I had bought. But this is super duper soft. Okay, next thing is actually for Aiden. And more so for when we like go to the parks or whatever, but it is a button up. And this is the thing I bought on the live, and it was 20 bucks, but it is all the, like, I think it was called Main Street, like icons. But it's just really cute. It's just got classic Disney little icons and stuff on it. I don't know if he'll wear it anywhere else. He's kind of into wearing like button ups and more so like Hawaiian shirts, and so I don't know if this would be Hawaiian shirty enough for him to wear or not, but I just thought it was really cute. Okay, next thing I got were these super adorable ears. So that's one thing about the outlet. You can find ears for super cheap. I don't know how much these were, and the packing slip is just a packing slip. Can anyone tell me, if you're a Disney person, why they made the tags so long now? I think it's a California thing that they have to be that long, but I used to not cut my tags off. Now I'm probably gonna have to start cutting my tags off. So anyhow, they are just super cute, little almost country cottagecore type of thing with the gingham and the flowers. They are probably for Flower and Garden or something like that. I don't know. But I just thought it would be really sweet with like a blue top or even a white top or something like that. And then of course I have a teenage daughter, so having a lot of ears to give her options, because she's not as much into like disbounding or just like Disney clothes all over, but she would wear those with a cute outfit, you know, I do believe. Okay, I have zero idea what this is, so let's figure it out together. I remembered ordering coffee mugs, but oh, this is so good. Okay, I forgot I ordered this. I have bought these several years in a row, but they did not have it at the Disney Store outlet near me this year, and so I got the 2022 ornament because they, like I said, they didn't have it at my outlet. And I think I have like 17 and 19, which are the years that we went, and then I feel like I got 20 and 21, maybe not, I don't know. Of course they're put away with my Disney stuff now, but anyway, I love these. I think they're just such a pretty shape, and they're just super duper cute, and I wanted it, so I got it. And I think they're only like $8 at the outlet. So okay, I see something here with school coming up. I got a Disnerds lanyard. I almost said locket for some reason. Super cute. I love when lanyards don't have the clip in the back. It's just so much more comfortable to me. But I wear a lanyard every single day at school with my ID badge and my key fob and all that kind of stuff. So not crazy about this thing, but I could take that off. Oh, interesting. It's Velcro there. Anyway, I can sew. I know how to sew. I could probably fix that up where this isn't on there if it bothers me. If it doesn't bother me, then we'll see. But I don't know if it makes it longer or not. That would be my only hang up, is if it hangs even lower than a normal lanyard already hangs. But that was cute. Okay, I didn't remember getting another shirt, but I'm happy I did. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. What size did I get? I don't know what size this is. Can't tell, but it's super pretty. It says the most magical place on earth. It's pink and blue ombre, and it's of course Disney World with the Cinderella castle. Super pretty. Oh wait, size here. Medium. Hi. Okay, sorry, Scotty came in to get shoes. He had no idea I was filming. He's been working, so I didn't interrupt him to let him know I was filming. Anyhow, normally $45, and it was only $20. So I think it's medium. Oh, yeah, that's what I was showing you guys. It's medium, so I might have got that for Riley, which that's fine for me or for Riley. Okay. Oh, this is another lanyard. So it's actually a water bottle holder, but I bought it as a lanyard because it was just really thin and simple and cute, and it will be perfect for my classroom. But it has this little like silicone water bottle, like it's super, okay. So you would like pop your water bottle in there, but it just clips off and on. So I can certainly, you know, leave this or put it on my backpack or something. That would actually be great. And then use the lanyard, of course, for my classroom, for just my everyday teacher lanyard. Okay, three things left in the box. So there's a box here, which I knew I ordered a mug. So let's see what mug I ordered. I kind of remember. It's from the alphabet series, which I already have the F for Fantasyland. Oh, yes, I see the bottom right here. So if I already have F, which my last name's Flippo, which one do you think I got? I got I for Ivy. Now, It's a Small World is definitely not my favorite as far as rides go, but nostalgia-wise and beauty-wise, it's just such a beautiful ride. And not necessarily nostalgia, but like history, because I am a Disney nerd and I love all the history of the Disney parks and all the things about Walt and Mary Blair. And I watch all the documentaries on Disney Plus, and I watch a million vlogs of people that are like Disney historians and all that kind of stuff. So it just really fascinates me. I love it. And so that's where my affinity for It's a Small World comes in, purely from a history standpoint and not a I love the ride type of standpoint. You know what I'm saying? And bonus, came with a bunch of these bags, which, they're just plastic bags, but I do use those as well. Ooh, this is heavy. I don't remember what this is either. It's hefty. The other thing I can see, should we save this for last? It's probably going to be disappointing. I honestly don't remember what it is. Okay, I'm going to open this. So, come on. Now, if you know me, you know I am a stationery fanatic. And then as a teacher, like, how stinking exciting to have these little Mickey shaped paper clips. I got one from my very first Disney travel agent when we planned our first trip. She put one on our little like reservation packet that she brought to us before our trip and everything. Now, I don't think she does travel agent stuff anymore, because the last time I messaged her about it, she never messaged me back. And so I found a new travel agent, which my first one was great. Don't get me wrong. She was a sweetheart, and I actually knew her in my personal life before planning Disney trip. But my new agent is phenomenal, and just the sweetest can be. Again, nothing negative towards my old one, but this new one is incredible. I use People Mover Travels. Her name is Jordan. We have yet to actually go to Disney, but I have worked with her and talked with her a lot about Disney. So phenomenal. Love her to pieces. So okay, just super cute. I will absolutely use every single bit of this, especially in my classroom, and obviously on just my personal stuff. These will not be going to students or home with students, but things I need to file or keep near me or whatever. So stinking excited about that. So there's that. Now, the last thing, the mystery item. Goodness, that was a booger to open. Okay, so I got it open. I cannot think of what it is. It might be another ornament, but it's so heavy. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot. Man, he is so heavy. Okay. It's so silly. Like, I actually don't have anything I really would need this for, but it's a Stitch bottle opener. He's so cute, and you of course use his teeth to like pry the bottle open. He was $13. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, it makes it worth it because he's stinking heavy. But I just thought he was so adorable. What else could I use this for? I don't even know. But he's on a little surfboard. He's not magnetic or anything. It's not like I can like put him on my refrigerator. I don't know. I can just set him in my kitchen like this, overlooking something. I don't know. He's good grief though. He's so heavy. Man, if that fell on your toe, that'd sure hurt. He's so cute though. We love Lilo and Stitch. And okay, that was a fun surprise because I totally forgot about him. But dang, he's so heavy. I have to figure out the perfect place to put him. Is there anything in my classroom I could use a bottle opener for and just kind of keep him in my classroom? Not that I can think of. Anyhow, I don't think he's magnetic. This thing next to me is metal. No, he's not magnetic. Okay, anyway, that's it. That's the last thing. So I hope y'all enjoyed that unboxing. It kind of brightened up the beginning of this vlog when I put a little bit of a damper on it. So again, it was a splurge. It was $230, I think, and that included shipping, which shipping is very expensive from them. No offense to them, they have to pay it, you know. They package everything so perfectly. Their website is www.outletstore.com. I think I'll put a link to their site down in the description box. You have to be a member. You have to sign up to get their email, or to like shop their site or whatever. You have to give them your email address. And they do live Facebook things. I don't watch them very often, and if you watch them, you'll kind of know why. No offense to them, but I just don't watch them very often. Plus, if I watch them more often, I would buy more things. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I will link them down in the description box if you are interested in shopping with them. But they shop at the outlets in Orlando, and they also go to one further south somewhere in Florida. And so they find the best deals. They, you pay the price that they pay plus a shopper fee. And of course, you pay postage. So if you want the things, it's definitely worth the price. If you don't go to Florida very often, I build up my stash. Okay, so if you wonder what that stack of stuff on the top of that shelf right there is, that's my stash of my Disney stuff. So I'll turn the camera around and show y'all. Okay, there's actually my ring light in there, but like Disney hat, Millennium Falcon, Disney villain shirt. That's actually for Halloween at school. But I just have a stash of Disney stuff. Okay, apparently I need to go through this. That I'm saving for future Disney trips, and it's just a lot of random things, clothes and magic bands and things that I collect, that when I find them I buy them, and then once we have a Disney trip I have it all ready, or if I want to wear it to school or whatever, I have plans for them for future. So I hate to be like, oh, buy all this stuff and then never wear it or whatever, but I do have intention to wear it on a Disney trip. This is one of my favorite finds from the outlet store, is this bag, and I get compliments on it every time I carry it anywhere. I actually take it to the our local theme park, Silver Dollar City, quite often, and cast members there have been like, oh, you're at the wrong park, and but then people walking around are always like, oh my gosh, I love your tote bag. So definitely one of my favorite finds from the outlet store there. So, okay, enough stalling. I'm going to put all this stuff away in my bins or in my backpack to take to school, because some of them are for school, and do some homework. So I will catch up with y'all later. I hope you enjoyed the beginning of this vlog. I hope you enjoy coming along with us this week in our life, and let's see what all we can get into this week. Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. I am down at the cabin because we had guests check out this morning. Not gonna lie, this guest made me absolutely crazy for the last several months. She just asked question after question and would ask me the same question that I had already answered, or I had already answered it before she even asked, and then she still asked. So anyhow, I thought that their stay was gonna be miserable, and I was like fully prepared for them to be terrible guests. And they weren't. They were lovely guests. They enjoyed their stay. Everything was clean, very, very, very clean, and no problems at all with them. And so we came down this morning because my brother's going to stay the next couple of days down here. And so it came down to get the bedding and the towels so I can get those washed and ready, a quick turnaround for them to come down. And the note that she left was really sweet. Again, I came into this expecting her to be a rough guest, and she said, we came for my 43rd birthday, such a fun place. The back porch is my favorite spot. You have an amazing spot. Thank you so much. P.S. The kiddos didn't want to leave. Loved the games, so much variety. My son said he loved hanging out with family here, and Madden 16, which it's an adult son that has Down syndrome. So that was really sweet, that he loved playing Madden 16, which we just brought that down, the Xbox. It's Aiden's old one, and so we brought it down for, this is the first guest that's had it, so that was really sweet. And then my daughter said the kayaks and trails she loved, the campfire and back deck in love, the cross is gorgeous and great for photos. So them calling out the back deck, which is the last project my dad worked on, was just really sweet. And then of course the cross, which is, okay, sorry. One, I was getting emotional, but two, my camera filled up and shut off right in the middle of what I was saying. So I had to delete some old stuff. So that gave me a time to compose myself. But I was saying because it's very heartfelt, that it's just really sweet that this first guest that I was dreading ended up saying such sweet things about all the things that my dad built, and it just ended up meaning a lot. So that is all. Just doing a quick turn on the cabin to get it ready for my brother. And it's hot in here. I need to turn the air back on. But yeah, just grabbing the bedding. Gonna run up and wash the towels. The bedding will be ready to go in the dryer that I have up there. And then I'll come back and make the beds and put out fresh towels. Or I don't know if the towels will be ready by the time they come, but how many are in here? Oh, they used all of the towels. That thing did not seem full enough to have used all of the towels, but okay, whatever, that's fine. So that is all. I will see y'all later on. He said she outdid herself with the Hawaiian rolls. Roast, potatoes, carrots, gravy, which is, she said it was runny, but it's thick. And then rolls and a cake. Yum. Hey y'all, happy Thursday. Literally have no idea when I talked to you last or what I filmed last or any of the above. Maybe Tuesday when our guest checked out. I think I showed you what they wrote, but that's probably about it. So, gosh, it feels like it's been a lot longer than just a day and a half because it's been a wild yesterday mostly. But anyhow, one thing that I got done yesterday was I got through all of my coursework finally for this course that has really been hard for me to get through for multiple reasons. But one, my brain just wouldn't focus, and two, it's just a lot of information, and three, it's a subject I'm not interested in. So American politics and the US Constitution, that's what it is. And I literally have oh man, sorry, this many notes on this one course, which is probably not a lot for a lot of people, I don't know. But I'm like studying because I got through the coursework yesterday and I took the pre-test and I passed, like pretty good passed, which I don't know if I said it, and if I did, it's been a while anyways. I took the pre-test before, like a month and a half ago, and I failed it miserably. It was not good. So I kind of just took it to show me what I needed to study, but that didn't really help because the things that well, it did help. I shouldn't say it didn't really help. The things that I missed bad on last time, I did better on this time because I studied those things. So anyway, my test is in almost exactly 30 minutes. It just switched over to 29:53 when I looked over there. So I'm sitting here and I'm going back through and studying specifically, which my cousin tried to help me while she was here, the amendments to the Constitution. Those are ones that I keep getting mixed up. I'm pretty decent on the Bill of Rights, except like 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like they're all, no, maybe not 5, but 6, 7, and 8. I don't know. See, but then like the later ones, which now I've kind of got a lot of them, but I keep looking over here because when I went to the DMV, I don't even know when. I can't remember what I was doing, but I think I was picking up my dad's handicap placard. So that's been a few months ago too. Anyway, they had these sitting out there and I'm like, I need that. That's what I'm studying, the Constitution of the United States. So this is literally what I'm using to go through the amendments because, y'all, I think I've complained about this textbook before, but it's very poorly written. I know that one of them, like the questions were really poorly written, but literally they talked about the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Third Amendment. And in my notes, I had the fourth one ready to go next. Then they skipped to the seventh, and then they did the fifth, and then I think they did the eighth or something like that. I can't find it. Anyhow, but on the pretest, it talks about all of them, but in my notes, I only have notes for a few of them. And so this actually has come in handy to refresh my memory about all of the whatever Bill of Rights. The amendments to the Constitution. Anyhow, so this has been my little cheat sheet. Plus, I did a really good job taking notes on all the court cases on civil rights and civil cases and stuff. So, anyhow, just wanted to vlog before my test and chronicle that I am studying with my free little book that I got from the DMV. And that I have my test in 27 minutes. So say a prayer for me. Of course, this will have already happened way before this video comes out. But yeah, hopefully I can come back on here in an hour or so, because I have 2 hours to take the test. It'll probably take me about 45 minutes, to be honest. 45 minutes to an hour. So hopefully I'll come back in here in about an hour to an hour and a half and tell you I passed. And I know my mama said she set an alarm to pray for me, so I know that's gonna help. But I think I'm gonna do fine. Like I said, I passed my second practice test really well. So anyhow, just wanted to say hi and let you know what I was doing. And again, hopefully I come back on with a past test, and not just a past test, a past course, because I am so ready to put this one behind me and do math as a reward. Yes, that is what I said, and I mean it so much. I cannot wait to do math again. I've missed it. All right, y'all, I am done. And I freaked out for about 20 minutes because normally my results come in like that, and they did not. And I emailed my mentor, and literally as soon as I hit send on that, like, this is a course that she filed an extension for me. I'm like, do I need to do anything to get my results since the extension? Just kind of freaking out because I think I did terrible on it, because literally the first half of the questions I had no idea. Like, I mean, I did. I felt kind of okay about it, but I did not go back over any of that. And so I really, really thought I failed that course, or the test. Not the course. I could take the test again. But literally as soon as I hit send, my results came in and I passed. And I passed big time. And I don't know how, the grace of God, because I prayed real hard before I took the test. But literally, I'll turn you around and show you, because I am so shocked how well I did on this test. Like, legitimately. I just told Scotty, I said, this means I never have to talk about politics again, right? Because again, this is not a subject I'm interested in. And that's what I did the worst on, was like the branches of government, which I don't know how I did so bad on that part, because I thought I kind of knew that, but apparently not. So anyhow, here's how I did. Okay, so this is my overall score. It doesn't get a score. You're either competent or approaching competence or exemplary. So overall I am competent, and I passed. But look, the development of the Constitution, democracy, which history, like, I appreciate that part, right? So I did really well on it. Structure of the government, approaching competence. Political participation, competent. Civil liberties, exemplary. And then public opinion and media, I got 100% on that part. So did pretty dang good, much to my surprise, for sure. So hallelujah, I am literally so thankful this course is over with. Like, it's literally like the worst course, the worst topic for me, and during the worst time in my life. So like, good riddance, thank goodness, I'm done with it. I can move on, and better, brighter days. Scotty's welding out there and working on a tractor bucket, so if you hear banging, that's what that is. So okay, well, I'm gonna call my mama, because she was praying for me. So yay, I passed. Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Like, literally, thank you, Jesus. Hey y'all, happy Friday. It is a me day today. I passed that course yesterday, and I told Scotty before I passed it, before I even took the test, I said, if I pass this test, I am gonna take a me day tomorrow and go flea marketing and just spend some alone time. Good grief, why am I gonna cry? I actually just ran into my friend and neighbor, and she was just so precious. So I think my emotions are a little bit whatever, but she's been praying for us, and her sweet daddy visited mine, I think actually the day before he passed and everything. So anyway, good grief. That's not where I intended this to go, but it kind of, sort of, you know, it's been a rough summer, and I have literally 1 week left of summer break. And so I am not going to do more school. I keep trying to tell myself, yeah, if I just knock out one more course, I'll have 50 credit hours. I'll have half of my courses done. I have 49 credit hours right now done, which in 6 months is still an incredible feat. So I just need to like take a breath and give myself a break, you know, like literally give myself a break. Because even though I didn't work on school much this summer, my brain was constantly thinking about it, and just like, I have to get this done, So I'm like making myself take a break from it mentally and actually, and then I start back to school on August 7th, and so I will start back to work on school when I go back to work. So that is that. So I'm gonna go flea marketing. I just pulled into this first one that I knew I was gonna come to, and they're like having a yard sale or something outside, so that's kind of fun. And I stopped at, this is where I saw my neighbor. I stopped at Ember Mountain and got me a climber because it's stinking hot and it's a Red Bull. Y'all know I need to cut back on the Red Bulls, which again, once I start school I will, but they have been nice this summer, and so yeah. So Ember Mountain's our local coffee shop, which if you're local, please go support them because they are incredible. Another coffee shop, which I think you can probably see it in my back, yeah, is Seven Brew, and I love Seven Brew too, and I knew I was coming here and that was there, but I'm like, I'm passing Ember Mountain, so I'm going to Ember Mountain. Anyway, so I have my Ember Mountain. I am going to just stroll. I have nothing I'm looking for. I just like to look, but I'm sure I'll pick up a few gems, but I'm going to bring y'all along a little bit, probably a little musical montage or something like that of a few places I go. And if I end up picking up anything, oh, is that my coworker? Kind of looks like her from the back. I don't know. I'll have to wait till she turns around or I walk over there. But if I end up picking anything up, then I will do a little haul when I get home. So I am excited for this me day to just breathe and think, because that's what I do. I walk around and I look at all the things in the flea market and I just think, and it's nice and it's quiet and I'm by myself, and sometimes people are like, why do you do so much stuff by yourself? Well, I guess I enjoy my own company. All my multiple personalities in my brain like talking to each other, I guess, when we're quiet. So okay, I'm gonna go. I'm kind of excited. I'll show you guys what I'm staring at. There's just stuff everywhere and I haven't even gotten in the store yet, so let's go have some time. Okay. Trying to decide if I want to get this or not. I have that one back there. It doesn't have a lid on it though, so that's kind of cool that it has a lid. Oh, I can't believe it's not better. Okay, so it's just a lid. Okay. Anyhow, I have that one. But do I need a match to it? It's pretty cute. We do love sports. It's pretty cute. I don't know. I'll have to think on it. This place is so big, they have a lounge that you can just hang out and sit in, and well, you can't really sit with 1,000 golf clubs, but watch some softball, play some video games. That's pretty cool. I would normally never put anything on my head, but I had to. She's too darn cute, and I'm not even a big Daisy fan, but it's vintage, it's pretty stinking cute. But 20 bucks, I would never ever wear it, but kind of like her. Me too, Belle. Me too. Alright, found another gem. Magic Eye. Do you guys remember these? I'll hold it still. Can you do them? I totally can, but one of the 4th grade teachers had a bunch of books her mom gave her, and she totally could not. Oops. So hold it still and see if you can see it. This one's Sylvester chasing Tweety Bird, and then this one was a Bugs Bunny. Alright, I found this gem. I really want him, but he's 30 bucks, so heck no. But Goofy's my favorite character, like especially of the Fab Five. But he's so cute, and he's baseball, and it's Disney World, and he's a bobblehead. But he's 30 bucks, so he's gonna hang out right here. But he's so cute. All right, I'm done. I'm back in the car. I bought one thing, but I can't show you what it is because it's for a friend and they watch my channel. So, anyway, I was in there 2.5 hours. That place is overwhelming. Like, if you just saw from like the little clips of the hallways, there's literally a room on like every, it used to be an office building. So it was like, you know, all these individual offices. Every room is a flea market room, a flea market booth. So, ew, I don't know what's in my cup holder. Anyhow, that's it. I bought one thing and I was in there for 2.5 hours. But I'm not looking for anything. And there was a lot of things that I wanted to buy, but for real, like, I don't know how those people keep their booths open. I don't know how they sell anything. Because I would be like, oh, I want that. And then look at it and it's like $15. And it's like, I would pay $1 for that. Like, there was a really cute, like, Old Navy dress. I wasn't looking for clothes, but it was on the front of an aisle. Or like the front of a rack. That's so crooked. I'm so sorry. But they wanted $15 for it. Y'all, I wouldn't pay $15 for it in the store. Y'all know I'm a thrifter. So what I'm gonna do now is I have to go pick up something for Scotty that he won on the auction site. And then I think I'm gonna go to actually it's 3 o'clock and I haven't eaten all day and had coffee and Red Bull. So probably ought to stop and find something to eat. I thought about going to Sam's Club, but I won't be on that side of town. Sam's Club is so cheap. So anyway, I'm gonna go find something to eat, go pick up that stuff for Scotty, go to the Samaritan shop, and then, excuse me, and then go home. So, yeah, that's my plan. It's been nice just wandering around and, I don't know, not buying anything. So, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I have my sunglasses on. As soon as I came outside, I put them on because it's like that weird, like, it's not bright, but it's not dark either, you know, just enough to make you squint real bad. But anyway, all my ice is melted in that, but it's still good still. Okay, I decided just to go ahead and come to Sam's Club because, I mean, $1.50 hot dog, of course, that's what I'm gonna do. And my favorite parking spot was open in between the cart corral and the curb. So no one can even park by you and you're by a cart corral, which I don't have a car today, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm gonna go eat some Sam's Club hot dog and ice cream. All right, I wasn't even gonna look at stuff, but as soon as I walked in, here's a deal of a lifetime, 2 of them I gotta show you about. So these are the best water bottles. These are what my kids both have. The Owala, they have like the sip lid and then the pour, but they lock. I love the black and white combo, and they're only $22.98 for the 2 of them, which that's a steal. These are normally $20 each. And then this is a Crosswave, and it's only $149, so that is also a steal. They're having like a back to school sale this weekend. Okay, just got done at Bid FDA. I'm real tempted to go to the bins. They're right next door. I'm not gonna go though. I'm gonna restrain and not go because I've been there multiple times, but I would rather look through shelves and racks of things at the Samaritan shop than go to the bins and dig through bins. But I got spike ball for Aiden. That's what we were picking up from the auction site. So yeah, I'm gonna resist the urge to go to the bins and just go to Samaritan shop. And I remembered another flea market I want to go to, and they're open till like 7, I think. It's already 4. Oh, it's been a long day already. It's dang hot too. Anyway, that's another reason to not go to the bins, because I can spend like forever in there, and I don't want to, it wouldn't be wasting time because I have no actual agenda, but I really do want to go to Samaritan shop. Oh, it's hot. And it's so hot in there because it's a warehouse. One more thing, I did not get the Owala bottles. Probably will regret it. Might end up going back tomorrow. We'll see. Oh my gosh, crazy. Just back up and drive around. Oh my gosh, they're trying to like squeeze through 2 cars. Okay, anyway, I will probably regret not getting the Owala bottles because it's like half price from Amazon, but like legit we don't need any more water bottles. But if we got those that are really nice, we could get rid of a bunch. It's tempting. I might go back. We'll see. But now to the Samaritan shop. Okay, I was going to do a haul at the end, but I'm getting like one thing at its place, so I figured I would just show you this, and then I'll show you the shirt that I got at that very first place I went, instead of waiting until I get home. But I got this. I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me, which is Philippians 4:13, one of my dad's very favorite Bible verses, quoted it all the time in the midst of all the hardships. That one kept him going. We're going to put that down at the cabin. It's actually kind of damaged, but it kind of makes it look like it's antique, you know, kind of worn or whatever. And then I just got some green fabric for Aiden. He's doing a kind of a fantasy football type of thing. We bought him a frame at Goodwill, I don't know, something a long time ago, and he's gonna take his football cards and like line them up in there with his favorite top football players and stuff. So he's wanting to make the background look like a football field. So I found that fabric. One of them is kind of like raincoat material and the other one's felt. So hopefully the felt will be big enough, but it's a pretty big frame. Sorry, it's hot, so I got to get this going, and it's going to be loud, the blower. So, of course, I can't show you the one thing because it's from a friend. But at the first store I went to that had like the outdoor yard sale thing, it wasn't a yard sale. I don't think I told you all that. It was a t-shirt business that sells their stuff in that flea market, the first one I went to. Which that whole flea market was a bust for me. It was more boutique-y stuff and way expensive. Not interested. I like the rusty junk, the like, you gotta kind of appreciate it kind of thing instead of, sorry, push up here, the gear shifter and my face is weird. That's the kind of junk I like, you know. I don't like flea markets that are all, everything's redone and shabby chic and all that kind of stuff. But I did like this. So we just got done watching the Netflix series Quarterback, and two things about that. One, we are big Chiefs fans. You probably already know that, but that's not even number one. Number one is we're not Vikings fans, but I became the biggest Kirk Cousins fan. That man is so passionate about Jesus, and he was not afraid to share his faith on Netflix and on this series, and just talk about his faith and talk about Jesus and pray, and just really open his life up as such a beautiful witness. And then two, I love Patrick Mahomes. He's an amazing athlete, but that man has a horrible potty mouth, and he proclaims to be a Christian. I'm not saying he's not, because you know, people know there's all kinds of things that people do when they are a Christian. I'm not saying he's not, but it's disheartening, because you see him proclaiming to be a Christian and praying in the end zone and things like that before his games, but then such foul language is coming out of his mouth. When we are a Christian, I'm sorry, I'm trying to preach at y'all, but when we're Christians, you know, we need to believe every word of the Bible, and one of those is don't let foul or abusive language come out of your mouth. And Ephesians 4:29, one of my favorite verses all along. Anyway, so we have to, like, if we're claiming we're Christian, we need to obey every aspect of Scripture. That was literally what our lesson was about Wednesday night, James 1:22, where it says, if you are reading the word but not obeying it, it's no better than looking in your mirror and doing nothing to change your appearance. You know, like I said, you have a Sharpie mustache on and you like, okay, well, I'm going to go out in the world and look like a fool. That's exactly that's what it looks like. You're looking like a fool when you're proclaiming you're a Christian, but you're acting so contrary to that. So anyway, sorry for the preaching. Still a Chiefs fan, still a Patrick Mahomes fan. I hope that he watched that series and gained the same respect and admiration for Kirk Cousins and his faith, and maybe makes a few changes. Scotty did say that he saw in an interview that he doesn't like how much he cusses, and that he has, I guess, asked them to kind of edit it out, like in their show, The Kingdom or something like that. Maybe I have that wrong, but seems like he had asked that some of his cussing be edited out. Now, in that series, the quarterback, I can't see, I'm sorry. I doubt he asked that because there was lots of cussing. No beeping of anybody's. So, anyway, the shirt that I bought at that first place was a Chiefs shirt, and because our school's in Missouri and we're Chiefs fans, during football season we get to wear Chiefs shirts randomly. So I got one, and I just thought it was so pretty. It's like a mustard yellow color, and then it's got a Chiefs helmet with some roses, some red and yellow roses, and then it just says Kansas City Chiefs. Super pretty, girly, feminine, but still shows that I'm a football fan. Kind of love it. Absolutely love it. Man, they had everything there. They had so many shirts. They were $10 each, and even Samaritan shop $2. You know, that's how I shop. So even spending $10 on a shirt was hard for me, but they had sweatshirts and stuff that were even $10, but none that I loved enough to spend another $10 on when I don't need another shirt. So anyhow, now I'm going to go to that other flea market. I think they're open till 6 and it's almost 5. So I've got plenty of time to go to this other flea market and spend some time in there wandering around. I think last time they were there, I think this is the one that had like a huge like Disney whole booth area. So I'm kind of excited to see if that's still there. I didn't buy anything last time. It seems like stuff was pricey, but I don't know. I'm just going to see what they have. So yeah, to recap, I've bought that picture, the fabric, the thing for my friend, and a shirt today. And I've been gone for 6 hours. So it's been nice. I think I've definitely needed it. And I'm enjoying my time. I really am. Like just wandering and thinking. I wish I could have found a coffee table. Did I tell y'all I went in there for a coffee table? I don't think I did. But I'm looking for a coffee table. Still trying to love our couch. We don't love it yet. Those of you that voted for the couch, thank you. I do love how it looks. I'm just not sure if I love it in my house yet. So we'll see. We'll see what comes down to if I get a coffee table and I still don't love the couch, because we need something to put our feet on, because we are reclining people, and we need something to put drinks and stuff on. There's nothing to put our drinks on, and we eat and drink in our living room. We are not those people that off limits. No. We live in our house. Thank you very much. We will be eating and drinking on our couch, regardless of how nice it is. So, okay, flea market is catty corner from here, so I'm gonna go. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna go to the Salvation Army. It's right next door to where I just was, and look for a coffee table. You know, why not? Because they always have a ton of furniture here, and that's the only thing I'm looking for, so it'll be quick. No luck. They had some dining tables. I almost grabbed one because they were only 20 bucks, and they were actually 10% off, so it would have been $18. That I was like, ooh, could I just chop the legs off of this? But sometimes I hate doing that, because it's like, if someone needs a dining table, I want to leave it, because someone that can't afford something more than $20, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of feel guilty sometimes. Anyhow, I mean, that's $18 towards the Salvation Army, but it might be taking from someone in need, but I'm paying. I don't know. Y'all see my moral dilemma here? I don't know. Is it a real moral dilemma, or is it just me overthinking? That's probably it. Okay, now I'm going to the flea market. They were closing anyway. She's like, we're closing in 4 minutes. I said, I'll be quick. I just need a coffee table. And then I walked past her and was probably 30 seconds, made a lap around the furniture, came back, and she said, shoppers, we're closing in 4 minutes. I said, I'm booking it. And she about jumped out of her skin. She said, I already forgot you were back there. So, like I said, 30 seconds, and I scared her half to death. So she was hilarious. She's like, well, come on back in the morning at 10:30 and we'll have a whole new shipment of stuff. So maybe if I come back to Sam's Club, I'll run back to the Salvation Army. I think Goodwill's open till 8, so I might run down there after this flea market and see if they have a coffee table. I'm not in dire straits for it, but it would be really nice to have something after all these weeks of not. Oh, that's turned over. Okay, I don't think you can tell, but this is exactly what I want. It's like 2 pallets stacked on top of each other, which I could care less about that. But the look of it, that it's huge, it's pallet size, but it doesn't appear to be for sale. But there's that, and then 2 end tables. So the way they're sat, why would it not be for sale? But there's no stickers anywhere. I've moved all this stuff to look. Bummer. Okay, what about this for a coffee table? and we just repaint it, but it's a little kids table with 2 chairs. But it's only $10.95 for the table and 2 chairs. So sounds real good to me. We'll see what Scotty says. Okay, the legs are wood. It's like real solid. I don't know if you can tell how much but it's like bolted right here, and it's like reinforced and bolted underneath too. So it's like kid height, but you know, kind of small. I don't know if you can tell. Just comparing this chair, which is like Dirks's chair that he already has. I'll take it off wide angle. And yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's well made underneath. Okay, back in the car. I did not get the table and chairs. It was so tempting because it was only $11 and it could double as Kinsley and Dirks's table when they come over, because we always haul out their chairs and the little Mickey Mouse table. But it was really too small. I want something bigger, and I really want rectangle because of course the couch is rectangle. Maybe oval. But anyhow, I did get 2 things. Yeah, I only spent $8. So this is the kind of stuff I get. This kind of stuff I spend my money on. Okay, I got a bigger Donald because I have a bigger Mickey and Minnie in my classroom, and so I needed a bigger Donald. I have like little miniature ones of all of them. Do I have Goofy? I think I have Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy. And then I have bigger Mickey and Minnie's, and he's like medium size compared to them. He's not as big as them, but he'll be a reading buddy in my classroom. And then this one, oh, I just showed you his nose. Bambi, he's a little floppy headed. I might have to try and shove some of his padding, but he's actually pretty old. Just looking at his tags and everything. But he is a Disney store thing. So here's the crazy thing. I found a thumper earlier today at maybe the first flea market I went to. But you can tell when something's just Disney licensed and when it's Disney created, because the quality is just so different. Because that thumper was like stiff as could be. Sorry, there's a fire somewhere and there's already been multiple fire trucks go by. Anyhow, so Thumper was like stiff and like he just wasn't nice. And he was a newer stuffed animal. Now, if he were older, that might make sense. So he's kind of older, this Bambi, but he is so soft and so just like lovable. So, you know, you can tell that he is a Disney like created and not just a Disney licensed, because, you know, anybody can pay to have a Disney license and produce whatever they want. So anyhow, I love my little Bambi and my Donald. So, okay, it's 6 o'clock. Do I want to go to Goodwill? Second question, do I want to go to Goodwill because it's the direction that all that fire stuff is going? I don't know what I want to do. I'll figure it out. You guys will find out soon enough if I end up at Goodwill. Okay, so I'm obviously not home, so guess what I did? Came to Goodwill. I was close enough, and once I got up to the stoplight, I'm like, oh, I can go this way, and it's a shortcut. And then while I was on the bridge, I like to cross over the area I was thinking that was probably where the accident was or whatever. I could hear the sirens, so I'm glad I went that way because I definitely bypassed whatever it was. Whoops, hit the right button. So yeah, I'm gonna go in here. This is actually not my favorite Goodwill. It's always a mess in here, but I'm here, so I'm gonna go. All right, the only one they have is that. It's black, but it's huge. It goes almost all the way to the other side of this table. So, too big. Dang it. I can't find a happy medium here. All right, it is late. It's after 10 o'clock. Sorry, the TV's super loud. I need to go turn it down. But I picked up KFC for dinner on the way home because I didn't want to cook when I got home, and we've all been talking about KFC a lot lately. So we had KFC for dinner, and we watched Spider-Man. No, what did we watch? Ant-Man and the Wasp: The Quantum Realm. That's funny because they kept calling him Spider-Man in the movie. Anyway, so I am going to put the dinner away and start editing this vlog. I also, on my way home, which here's my loot just hanging out on the table with everything else. The table was kind of clean earlier, but anyhow, I showed you everything else I picked up. But on my way home, I stopped at Harps, which is the only place I can find my natural ice chapstick lip balm. I hate calling it chapstick because chapstick's a brand. Sorry, I gotta turn this TV down because it's making me crazy. But the after credits on this movie, there's gonna be a crazy movie coming apparently. Anyhow, the movie was weird, but fine. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, I had to stop and get my natural ice because I have missed it very much, and now I'm glad to have it back. And I was on that side of town getting some KFC. So anyway, that's going to do it for this vlog. That's really why I got on here, was to say goodbye to you all. So thank you all so much for coming along. Aiden's putting together the spike ball that I picked up. Thank you all for coming along with me today. Thank you for coming along with me this week. Thanks for keeping me company, helping me vent, and just talk about my life as always. So thank y'all again. If you enjoyed this video, I hope that you would give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and of course subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. So thanks again for coming along. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.